There are some films that come out, do the rounds for a bit on streaming platforms maybe, and then just seem to vanish. Not because they're bad, not because they're boring, but because they feel like they got released into the world and then just instantly swallowed by it. And that's exactly what happened to Versus. Because this film was actually on Netflix for a while, but now it's just totally faded away. I can honestly say that I don't know anyone who's ever seen it, and it barely even exists in the online conversation. It doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, mate. Which, to be honest, is pretty weird because I actually think it's quite an interesting film. It's not great by any means, but it's definitely interesting. And I reckon that's partly because Versus is doing something really specific. It's tapping into a world that most people don't know about, but the people who do know about it are obsessed. It's UK battle rap. Released in 2018 as a BBC film, it stars Connor Swindells in his debut film role. You'll probably know him as Adam from Sex Education. He's actually called Adam in this film as well.
Give me that curly whirly, or I will break your face.
And it features real-life battle rap performers from the UK, with huge rap star Shotty Horroh playing the villain. But how does a film about UK battle rap, featuring actual battle rap legends, just quietly disappear? Because Versus isn't just a rap film, it's a film about identity, about being unwanted, about anger, and about turning pain into performance. And it's also kind of an advert for battle rap.
Fuck that! I'd tell him stick it up his ass, but he'd love that!
So today I want to talk about Versus, the UK rap battle film that feels like it was intended to become some sort of cult classic, but instead it just faded into the background like it never even existed. And by the end of this video, even if you've never watched it, we might get a sense of understanding as to why this film is somewhat weirdly important. Not just for battle rap fans, but for anyone who's ever felt like they're just floating around through life with no direction. Before I even pressed play on this film, it already raised a big question to me. Why does this film exist? Because battle rap isn't exactly Marvel, is it? It's not a huge mainstream genre. It's not safe the same way like a sports film is safe, is it? Battle rap is a niche, but the people who love it are serious about it. Because battle rap fans are like football fans, they're like UFC fans, like people who argue online about who the best doctor in Doctor Who is. They're loyal, they're passionate, and they'll defend their favourite battlers like their family.
Oh, but there's a line, you get me, bro. No.
So what, man? It's a fucking battle.
So when you hear that Versus is basically a film built around UK battle rap culture, it's kind of surprising that it ever got funded. But the director, Ed Lilly, had a reason. It was his first feature film, and he'd been into battling for years. He worked around music videos and rappers, and that's where he met Shotty Horroh. You can tell that they wanted the film to be authentic, because they didn't just cast some random actors and hope for the best. They got actual battlers in it. In Versus, Shotty Horroh plays Slaughter, the main villain and the final boss of the whole story. And honestly, he's perfect casting, because Slaughter is basically just Shotty Horroh in his prime. He has the same energy, the same venom, and he's someone who's genuinely intimidating. Shotty's real life story is honestly perfect for a film anyway. He originally got into battling because he was selling mixtapes on the street, and he thought it'd be a good way to promote his music. Disaster, an American, was the best battler at the time. People were telling him that he could never battle Disaster, and that's when Shotty said, alright then, I'll book him for a battle. He flew Disaster out to Manchester from LA out of his own pocket, and he won 3-0. That's not even just confidence, that's pure supervillain behaviour. So Versus being built around him makes total sense, to be honest, and it's clear that Ed Lilly had that vision. He said that one of his favourite ever films was 8 Mile, which is important because Versus is basically 8 Mile but British. Instead of Detroit, it's Southend. Instead of Eminem, it's Connor Swindells with a skinhead. And instead of Lose Yourself, it's UK rap culture and that grime era type energy. And that brings us to the main character. Versus starts with Adam being moved into foster care. Again, he's fighting and he's arguing, and he's already got a social worker warning him, one more fight and you're going to secure residential. If you're not sure what that means, it's basically a locked, high security placement for young offenders. It's a system telling him that he's running out of chances, basically. So instantly, Adam isn't framed as some charming underdog. He's not a lovable misfit. He's a kid who's angry, defensive and closed off. And he's clearly got a history of being passed around. This setting of care is actually an interesting base for a story, I think. It actually reminded me of watching Tracy Beaker back in the day, which was a show about a young girl in care.
And I never want to see you ever again!
I still think it's quite an overlooked subject in film though. It's something that does get talked about sometimes, but probably not often enough, especially in a way that feels honest anyway. Already within the first few minutes of the film, we've heard songs from Avellino and Little Sims, who are prominent artists who actually matter in UK rap. I think that choice tells you what Versus is aiming for. It wants to feel embedded in the culture, not like it's looking in from the outside. The entire soundtrack of this film becomes a shortcut for credibility to the fans who choose to watch it. A way of saying, we know the scene, we respect the scene.
All my life been a black sheep, all my life been a black keys.
And that's when we meet Michaela. Michaela works in this dead-end arcade job. She's described by Adam as a wannabe creative
with an uncharacteristically ratty attitude that she justifies by the fact that she works in this dead-end shitter, which she claims as it means to an end, but really it's because she doesn't have the courage or the conviction to do all the really important things that she wants to do in her life.
Whilst Adam is described as a gamer with a weed habit.
He claims chills him out, but really he's only feeling the anxiety that he's doing fuck all with his life.
So clearly they're both stuck. They're both in that stage of life where you're not failing, but you're not exactly moving forward either. That's when Michaela introduces Adam to battle rap, not as some silly hobby, but as something bigger.
Metaphors, punchlines, multi-syllabic rhymes, young peeps expressing themselves without the use of violence, and you think it's just all right.
That's the part of the film where you realise, yeah, this film isn't just a story about battle rap. It's actually kind of an argument for it. They're selling us battle rap, essentially. Which, to be fair, after giving some time to battle rap now, I actually get why the director wanted to do that. Because I think on first impression, battle rap has always had this public perception that it's just angry men shouting insults. But I think if you do end up giving it a bit of time, most people seem to understand that it's just performance. It has comedy and timing, genuine writing ability, crowd control skills, and weirdly enough, community and camaraderie.
I apologise. Yeah, but still. Respect it, brother. I'm pretty low.
Adam goes to his first battle event, and the film does something that battle rap fans will clock instantly. It uses real people. We see Word Physics battling Slaughter, and Word Physics is played by Shuffle T.
Shuffle T!
Who's one of the most popular battlers in the UK scene. Which is funny because in real life, years later, Shotty Horroh and Shuffle T eventually battled in a massive hyped up clash. So the film accidentally becomes this weird prequel to real UK battle rap history. But anyway, the battle ends and Slaughter ends up shoving Adam in the car park after an altercation. Instant villain behaviour. And Adam, full of bottled up anger, does something that basically kicks the entire plot into motion. He starts freestyling purely out of frustration, and the crowd of battlers reacts. They laugh, they lean in, and they clock that he's got something, and Slaughter just can't respond. And that moment is crucial because it shows Adam something that he's never had before: power. Not physical power, not I can fight your power, but I can control the room power. He takes rage and he turns it into words, and suddenly the thing that normally gets him into trouble becomes a skill.
And I guess you don't have much luck with the girls coming back, which is why you won't be seeing the return of the Mac.
There's also this moment where Michaela talks about grime sets and rap events being shut down.
Feds kept shutting us down 10 minutes before the acts went on, even when there was no trouble. 696 was killing us. Just some form that allows the police to discriminate.
If you don't know what that is, Form 696 was basically this controversial policing form used in the UK that got accused of being a tool for discrimination, especially targeting black music events. So Versus, again, it's not just about battling, it's also trying to show you how UK music culture gets boxed in.
Because I do strongly believe that it's racist.
It's classic BBC messaging, but it does fit, because battle rap exists in that same space. It's culturally rich, but again, it's seen as risky from the outside.
She's telling me to mention your dead relatives. I'll fucking bang you out of you.
Adam's first opponent is Blaze, and the film smartly makes Blaze this respected battler. Michaela introduces him like,
He's been here since the beginning. Fuck knows how though, bro. Only kidding. He's a king of one-liners. Make some noise for Blaze!
The crowd loves him, clearly, and Adam steps up looking like a proper debutant. He looks really awkward and nervous, and he actually does well, until he chokes. But then he catches himself and he lands bars anyway. And that's the first time the film really captures something true about battling. The crowd want you to succeed, until you give them a reason not to anyway.
You got this, you got this.
Then Blaze starts doing your mum jokes, and Adam, panicking, blurts out,
And that's why your mum's a fucking slut. Yo, my mum's fucking dead!
Complete silence. And the crazy part is Adam still goes on to win because he swings the moob out with a strong round. Afterwards, Michaela tells him not to lie in his battles and to stick to the truth. But Adam's logic is simple.
I won, didn't I?
And here, I think that's the first moment that the film shows the ugly temptation of battling. If winning matters more than honesty, then you'll say anything. And yet Blaze comes outside after and they're cool. He apologises, they joke, and they plan to party later. Because outside the battle is complete love. And that's the part that outsiders don't understand. Because battle rap is disrespectful, but it's also respectful. It's just like a contact sport where you go on and shake hands after. Unless you're Slaughter, that is. Because Slaughter doesn't treat it like sport, he treats it like war.
No bars held.
But while Adam is getting deeper into battling, there's also another storyline going on. Adam's looking for his birth mum, Lisa. He Googles her and he finds out where she works, and he eventually goes to the hairdresser she works at. And to be honest, this is one of the best directed scenes in the entire film, probably. Because it's not dramatic in the obvious way. It's awkward and it's quiet and it's slow. He sits down for a haircut and Lisa doesn't recognise him. They do small talk and the sound of the razor is loud, annoyingly loud. So loud that it almost becomes unbearable. And this feels intentional. It's like the film's putting you inside of Adam's head. The noise, the anxiety, the racing thoughts, the what am I doing feeling. Then she notices the patch in his hair where it doesn't grow, and you can tell that she knows it's him. Neither of them say it, she just rushes the haircut to the end. He slams the money down and he leaves. No emotional speech, just pure pain.
Call it 5.
After that, Adam throws himself into battling. There's a montage set to Skepta's shutdown, and it's basically the training arc of the film. He's battling more, he's winning, he's building hype, and he's changing his style. The film shows something quite important here, because Adam isn't just becoming a better battler, he's becoming a more stable person. He's happier, he's more confident. He's even doing the dishes with his foster mum Fiona. That's subtle, but it matters, because previously in the film he's given her completely nothing. He hates the system and he hates her. But battle rap has become his structure now. It's become the thing that stops him from spiralling. And this is the point where Versus becomes more than just a rap movie, I reckon. It becomes a story about how people find identity in communities that accept them, even if the community is literally built around insulting each other.
And if God gave him a second chance at life, I wish him back dead.
Adam's social worker, Terra, is essentially being used as the voice of society in this film. He hears Adam is an online superstar online, but he tells him that it's not a good look because it's aggressive and confrontational.
Oh, but it is confrontational. I'm going to do this to you, you're going to do this to me.
I don't punch no one, have I? People are proper nice, like a big family.
Terry then drops the bomb that Adam's mum Lisa has been in touch and she wants a session with him. Adam goes to it, and this is the emotional core of the entire film. Because Adam finally says what he's been carrying this whole time. He screams at her.
Right, I got dumped on strangers. Right. Do you have any idea how it feels thinking that you should be grateful for living in someone else's home? Knowing that you're only there to make someone feel better about themselves. Now it's only a matter of time before they make a call and you have to do it all over again.
That one line there explains everything. It explains why he pushes people away, why he can't trust Fiona, and why he's always ready to fight. And like I said before, it made me realise how much of an underexplored topic being in care really is, to be honest. Because, maybe ignorantly, I've never actually thought about it like that. He doesn't feel like he belongs anywhere. He feels like he's a guest in his own life. He storms out, and then immediately after, the film does something quite clever. It shows you Katie. Katie is a girl that Adam met earlier in the film, in the queue for the toilet at the party. She was a funny and bubbly person, but now we see her alone, crying and with a baby. The timing isn't an accident, because after we've just villainised Adam's mum in our heads, the film shows you what motherhood can actually look like when you're young, broke and alone. Katie's exhausted, drained, but she's still trying.
Do you ever think the world is spinning in a different direction to you?
I think I stopped expecting things to go how I thought they would a while ago.
Katie and Adam are just like two lost souls. We find out that the baby's dad is actually Slaughter, and he's not involved, no money, no support. This scene is quite a heavy one, and it reframes Slaughter as well, because he's not just a battle rap villain now, he's a real life kind of villain. The type who disappears when responsibility shows up.
I just hate the idea that she's going to grow up thinking I don't give a fuck about her.
It just means that she's even luckier to have you.
Now we get to the moment where the film deliberately tests its own philosophy. Because up until this point, Versus has been saying, in battle rap, anything goes.
She's a fat as fuck dwarf.
But then Adam battles Missy, Michaela's close friend, in an on-beat battle. Side note, I find it a bit interesting that they chose to do this as an on-beat battle. An on-beat battle is just the same thing, but instead there's an instrumental in the background. So it acts more like a proper song than a cappella poetry like this is. The reason why I think it's a bit of a weird choice is because up until this point, Connor Swindells has actually been quite believable as a battle rapper. I mean, yeah, the actual bars have probably been written by a proper battler, but he speaks them well. But when on beat, it does just sound like an actor trying his best to rap, and quite poorly if I'm honest.
Does she even understand the risk she's taking? I just broke rules and now they got me misbehaving.
I guess that they're just trying to show you all aspects of battle rap, but it just makes it that little bit harder to suspend your disbelief, especially since he's supposed to be a really popular and hyped battler in the scene right now. Well, by the way, earlier in the film, Adam tried to kiss Michaela and she weren't into it. Missy exposes that fact in this battle. And then Adam freestyles the next round and basically outs Missy's sexuality, exposing that Missy's in love with Michaela. The crowd goes crazy, chanting Adam's name. It's a proper viral moment, clearly. But Michaela and Missy look crushed. And suddenly the film shows you that, yeah, not everything's fair game. Because Adam didn't just get the win. He hurt people for entertainment. And that's the dark side of battle rap as a sport. If the crowd rewards cruelty, you're gonna become cruel. Slaughter ends up beating Adam up after this. And Adam goes home and explodes on Fiona, smashing a photo and screaming,
"You are just a sad old bitch that has to fill the holes in her life of other people's kids."
And Fiona, bless her, she responds with the most emotionally mature line in the film.
"It's just a photo. You can smash every one of them if you like. And after you've done, I'm still gonna be here."
That's what real care looks like. And Adam, he can't handle it because he doesn't trust love that doesn't come with conditions. After the violence that happened with Adam and Slaughter though, the Battle League owner, Odds, is furious. The whole scene's collapsing because of him. They'll struggle to get venues to perform shows at now. Odds felt like he's built this from the ground up, and now it's all crashing down because of Adam. And Adam's also getting hit online with backlash. And that's a really modern detail, because battle rap used to exist in this bubble where the crowd decided what was okay. But now, in the internet era, the whole world gets a vote. Adam doesn't just lose friends, he loses reputation, and the league shuts him out. Because like I said, they've spent years building something that looks like art, but Adam just reminded everyone why outsiders think it's toxic.
The owner's gone nuts. We've lost it. It's done. Finished.
I'm sorry.
Now, fuck!
No.
Now we get on to Slaughter's philosophy that winning is survival. Adam goes to Slaughter's place, and Slaughter says something that some might say could honestly feel like the thesis statement for battle rap.
It's not till you've relied on this shit to eat. You won't know how far you'll go to avoid a loss.
And that line puts it into perspective for me a bit, to be honest. Because yeah, I assume when battling is just a hobby that it's fun. But when it becomes your identity though, when it becomes the only thing that you're good at, then losing will feel like dying. And Slaughter basically tells Adam, look, if we do this, I'm not holding back. No stage limits, no agreed boundaries, just pure war.
I'll go in on you, bro.
And Adam agrees.
You know I don't pull my punches.
Because he knows that he has to fix what he broke. Not for himself, but for the whole culture. Slaughter announces the battle publicly. No venue, no stage, no microphones. Back to the streets.
Round up the gang, squad up, and get yourself down to the pier today. 4 p.m, Slaughter versus adversary.
This is the most cinematic part of the film because it's like the entire town shows up. Even Adam's mum. By the way, apparently she can hear this entire battle standing all the way back there, with raging winds and no microphones, but let's just forget that. Slaughter's first round is brutal. He exposes Adam's lie about his mum dying. He goes in on Lisa, and he basically just weaponizes Adam's trauma.
Your mother was just a young bitch that fucked, that's why she gave you up.
The crowd doesn't cheer like it's exciting, it's more like, ouch. And Adam just stands there taking it, demonstrating how much he's changed. Because if this battle was at the start of the film, Adam would have swung for him, but now he's just listening. Then Adam starts his round, and it's probably the most heartfelt thing he's done. He apologises for outing Missy, and he reframes the "my mum is dead" lie.
Everything was temporary. Moving house every week, birthday she never reached, crying till I fell asleep. So when I said that she was dead, I meant that she was dead to me.
But then he acknowledges that his mum was 16 when she had him. And he says that he doesn't hate her because she was lost too. And that's the moment where Adam stops being a kid reacting to pain and he becomes someone who understands it. Then he brings Missy into rap as well. It's like Adam's trying to repair the culture in real time. We learned earlier in the film that people think Slaughter had been ducking Missy and they really want to see that battle.
Oh man, Slaughter's always ducking battles. Missy's been trying to pin him down for time.
In this world, I imagine it's like Christmas came early, getting to see both Slaughter versus Adam and then Slaughter versus Missy on the same day. This would go off in real life. The film ends here. Adam did what he needed to do. He repaired his relationship with his mum, and he earned the respect back from the battle community.
Not bad for a stoner doing fuck all with his life.
So here's the thing, Versus works a little bit more than it should, to be honest. The battle scenes have real tension and the crowd reactions just feel real. And to be honest, they actually managed to get a pretty convincing battler in Connor Swindells, all things considered. And Shotty Horroh, perfect casting. Because obviously he doesn't feel like an actor who's pretending to battle. He's someone who is battle rap. But yeah, I do kind of understand the general consensus online of this film being pretty negative. And what I will say is Michaela is just hard to like. She's positioned as the battle rap conscience of the film, the one who wants it to be art. But she also just comes off judgmental, cold, and yeah, just unlikable. Katie's a much stronger character, to be honest. She feels real. I don't know, Michaela just feels like Ed Lilly's attempt to give the film a moral centre. Someone to keep reminding us that battle rap is an art form. It works on paper, yeah, but as a character, she just feels a little bit stiff. But I think the reason why Versus deserves to be remembered is because it shows something that most battle rap content doesn't. It goes in depth and it shows the human being underneath the bars. Because in real battles, as fans, we love the personals, the hard-hitting lines. We want the brutal stuff. But Versus reminds you that those lines come from somewhere and they land on someone. And behind every battle is a person with history, insecurity, trauma, ego, pride and desperation. The film's final message isn't that battle rap saves lives. Nah, it's more complicated than that. The message is more like battle rap can give you purpose, but it can also make you addicted to applause. It can be art, it can be therapy, and it can be community. But it can also become a place where hurting people becomes the easiest way to win. And Adam's story is basically the story of a kid learning that words can build you or destroy you. So yeah, Versus is definitely fading away. But it's one of them films that if you stumble across it at the right time, it will stick with you. Not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. And in a world where everything's built for maximum algorithm attention, there's something kind of poetic about a film like this existing quietly, leaving its mark and then disappearing again. Just like a real battle that happened years ago, ones that real fans remember.
Like walking towards that like zombie corpse on the ground after you've used all of your rounds and you're not sure if it's down. Yeah!
Thanks for watching. If you managed to get a little bit of enjoyment from this video, then sorting me out a like, comment and subscription would be absolutely magical. Not as magical as the football boots that Jimmy Grimble found that turned him into the next Lionel Messi though. If a video on a film like that interests you, then click here and check it out. Cheers.